Firstly, it's lovely to see you all with us today. And for those of you who I haven't met yet, I'm Renee and I'm a Customer Success Manager here at Bamboom Cloud. For anyone who's new here, our aim at Bamboom Cloud is to help organisations take the best of the Microsoft Cloud to help them to transform and grow. Today's session will be based around Dynamics 365 Business Central, as will the rest of this webinar. Part of my role is to educate you and to help you understand what you already have access to within Business Central, along with how we can add extra components to it to benefit your organisation through third-party extensions, which we often refer to as ISV solutions. Today won't be a deep dive tech session, and we aim to keep it in a language which enables you to see what these products can do for you and your organisation. Today we'll showcase, educate you on and help you to understand how Continia Expense Management will help to enhance your expense management experience within Business Central. I'm delighted to have Lotta here with me today, who will be presenting from Continia Software, so I'll pass you over to her now to introduce herself and Continia.
Hello everyone, I'm very pleased that I have the honour of showing expense management for you. I'll just share my screen to show a few PowerPoints, and sorry about that, I hope you can see my screen. So with Continia Expense Management, I'll just start by explaining a bit about Continia, which is an ISV. So we focus on building solutions inside Business Central, and we've done that since 1992. We have more than 800 partners. I think we're about 1,000 partners worldwide. And we have a lot of customers using our solutions. So the offices that we have with Continia is in both Europe and in Australia and in the US. So we have a lot of offices worldwide to take care of you, your customers. And customers we have worldwide. So we have all our solutions available in different locations. And you can see that we cover a lot of the worldwide card here. Our solutions are built for different branches. So I mean, you can have or different industries, so they can be used in a lot of different industries. Smaller, larger companies are using our solutions. So I'll start showing you expense management, which I'm the solution specialist for, to see all the benefits and show you all the benefits with this solution. We have the architecture for the solution, which is the expense user, usually an employee. They can submit all the documents through an expense app. So once they downloaded the app to their mobile, they can submit all the documents through there, or they can log into a browser and submit documents there. We do although see that most of our customers use the app because it's very easy and you always have your mobile to hand, so you can you do everything from the app, and everything will be sent into Business Central and will be visible for the finance people inside Business Central. We also have the option with the solution to import credit card transactions on a daily basis instead of having to deal with it at the end of the month, where you would have to close the books. You would then have to have the notification to the user on a daily basis whenever they've used the credit card. We have the approver in the flow as well, and the approver can access Business Central and approve documents from there. If they don't have an access to Business Central, we have a web approval portal where they can log in and approve all the documents from there. So once the employee have downloaded the app, which looks like this, and I'll show you more deep in a minute. Yeah, they're ready to go. It's easy, user-friendly, and we have built this solution because we're aware that a lot of the users don't have any financial background, so it should be fairly easy and maybe also a little fun to do their expense reporting. So what are the benefits with expense management? Yeah, you get correct account posting, you have the approval flow set up. It's fully integrated in Business Central, so you know the view, you know the buttons. It's only a new area. No manual registration, no paper receipts lying around, so everything will follow the document. And we have the company credit card integrated, and you can do the reconciliation of all the credit cards with the standard reconciliation in Business Central. So I'll just jump into just a second. Into the solution. In here in Business Central, we have the overview of all the documents in flow. So here we can see all the documents that's been submitted by different employees, whether it's a settlement, which is a group of documents. We have the expenses, the mileages, and the per diem. And we also have an overview of credit cards coming in where the system would need to know who this credit card belongs to. I'll just move this one. This is the app. So once the employee have downloaded the app, they can start submitting their documents. Here they have the option to create new expenses, and they can create templates for expenses as well. So if there is any recurring expenses that the user have every month or every second month, they can simply just create a template and pick it up easily. Only a few things to change, and they're ready to submit their document. They can create mileages, per diem, and the settlement that it's a group of documents. So if I go to new expense, here I've added a credit card to the user that I'm logged in as now, the employee. So I'll get the question whether I would like to create an expense on my private card or the corporate credit card. If I don't have any card connected to the user, they won't get this question. They'll simply just, as a default, be set to private card. But in this case, I'll just simply choose the private because I've used my private card. To add a picture of the receipt, I have 3 different options as a user. I can go into the saved images, so I can every time I have a receipt, I can save it inside the app, and they will be lying here under the images. And I can easily pick up the receipt that I would like to use. 1 or 2, I just needed 1. And I can have a look at it to get the amount, and I'll type in the amount here. And the currency is automatically picked up by the location set in the app. So if I'm in the UK, it would automatically take the currency for that. If I'm abroad, it would pick up the currency for that destination that I'm on. You see that there are some fields here. These you can set up yourself inside Business Central, so you can define which fields should show for the employee, and the one marked with a red star is a mandatory field that they would need to fill in before they can submit the documents. The document date would always set today's date, but I would always be able to go and change the date if my expense was on the 21st of January. For the expense types, these are something that you set up, so you define whatever expense type makes sense for your company. And behind each of the expense type, we have a general ledger account linked to this. So once the user or the employee have chosen the expense type, it would be posted to the general ledger that you have set up inside Business Central. And if you have a long list of expense type, you can set some of them to favorites and have them in the top of the list, easy for the user to get access to. So I'll just simply choose food and I'll type lunch for this. And in this case, there are no other fields that I would need to fill in to submit this one. Just to tell you about the currencies available in the app, these are the currencies that you have set up inside your Business Central, so they will be visible here. And again, you can, as a user, you can define the currencies that you use the most. Oh, it was a little quick. And that would be shown in the top of the list, easy to get access to next time that I need to create an expense. The other fields lying here is fields not mandatory, but just to show you that, again, these are the dimensions that you have set up inside your Business Central, easy for the user to pick up. And the same goes for the project. And if you have a lot of projects, you can define inside Business Central what exactly the individual user are allowed to see and to choose from. So I'll just simply submit this one. And once it's been submitted, I would always be able to see the list of all the documents that I've submitted. Right now they have the status submitted, but once it's approved, I would be able as an employee to see that it's been approved, and once it's been finalized, so I can wait for it to either be reimbursed directly to my account or through the payroll system, depending on how you reimburse your employees. With mileage, we have Google Maps lying behind the calculation of mileages. And so exactly as if you're using your Google Maps on your mobile, you simply either pick up the address that you're on or type in the address that you're going from. And once you arrive, you can either use the location button here to pick up the address, or you can type in the address here that you need to go. So I'll take a trip to Bath, and as with Google Maps, you have the calculation of different routes that you can choose from. So I'll simply, as a user, pick the route that I'm driving, and the distance is calculated automatically. If I have any stop during the route, I could add via points, meaning that instead of having to do 3 mileages, I could simply just do 1 and have several stop during the route. Again, as with the expense type, the expenses, I can change the date. It would always pick up the date that you actually create the mileage. Inside Business Central, all the rates are set up for mileages. So once the user have set in the route, the distance down here will then automatically be calculated to the amount that the user is getting reimbursed for this mileage. So what I'll need to do here, I'll just simply need to put a description. Wait, that was wrongly spelled. And I'm ready to submit my mileage. When I submit my mileage, I have 3 different options. I can either send it in if I just have a single mileage, if I'm going back the exact same route, and again, to help the user not to type in some of the information they've already given, we can create automatically a return trip. Or if I'm going from Bath somewhere else and I want to start the new mileage from Bath, I could send in the mileage that I've just created and then create a new one starting with Bath. So I'll just show you, send in the one that I've created and going back the same route. I would then be able to go in and pick a different route if I wanted to and submit my mileage. So now, again, I would see all the documents that I've sent in, and I would be able to open it and see all the details if I just wanted to check if I've sent in the mileage. If I'm using corporate credit card, the system will automatically take the information from the credit card and create an expense and send it to the user. So the user will be given a notification that the system has created expenses that they need to handle. So if I open the first one, this is set automatically to corporate credit card. Everything has been filled in. I can add information if I want to, but the amount, the currency, the expense type, the description, and the date is set in from the transaction. So in this case, I would simply just need to pick up the receipt to add to this one, and then submit. Easy for the user to handle. If I have a hotel bill, I would be able to split this in different expense types. So right now it's been set to accommodation, but I know that there are food on this receipt as well. So I can add allocation lines. So I'll simply just create a new line. And here I'm able to create new lines on amount or percentage. So you can actually use this one also for splitting up expenses on different dimensions like department or project or whatever they need. So in this scenario, I'll just choose the amount. I'll choose the expense type food here. And type in the description. And save this one. So now these are split in two different expense types. And automatically the system will calculate, deduct the $12 and leave the rest on the first line. And then I can simply just submit this one. So all the information, I need the attachment. I just need to add that. So I'm given a reminder that I need to put an attachment on this one. And I'll submit this one. So it's very easy for the user to submit the expenses when they've used their corporate credit card. So let's jump back to Business Central. I'll just update it and I'll just import all the documents. And this import is set up in the job queue, running automatically. So now we have some documents lying here. These are sent for approval. You see that some of them are still lying with the expense user, so you can, as an finance person working inside Business Central, you can see exactly the status in here, and you can see the picture of the receipt, so you have all the details with the document. So as an approver, I can approve inside Business Central. So if I go to this one, I can see the all the details. I can see the receipt. Easy for me to approve this one. With the mileages, I can see the exact route that the employee has chosen. So it's fairly easy for the approver to approve inside Business Central. And once I have approved documents, I'll just synchronize the user here. I would be able to see that now the Grammarly, the expense that I had, has been approved. So every time the status changes, it would be visible for the user in the app as well. So you can define exactly what fields should be filled in from the employee, and everything will then run smoothly. And once things have been approved, they will be visible for you inside Business Central. That it's released, you would simply be able to go into the posting, the preview posting, and see all the posting in here, the general ledger entries, before you actually post the expense. So I could simply go and post this one. Once documents have been posted, you would always be able to pick them up and find the posted documents under posted documents, either expenses, mileages, per diem, or whatever document type it is, and see all the details. So no need to find the receipt and the expense in a physical file. You can see all the digital receipts in here. Yes, I think that was all I wanted to show you. That was a very quick presentation of the solution, and you can set up a lot of different things in the solution depending on policies in your company. Are there any questions?
I think we had a couple of questions posted in the chat, Lotta. I don't know if you're okay to run through those.
Yeah, I can have a look. Can the post happen automatically on a schedule? No. It might be something that that Bamboo could develop for you guys, but the posting is not running automatically. Can you run reports based on user per month or type of expense per user per month? Yes, we do have an expense report inside the solution that you can set up to either get for your information, or you can send it to the employee. Can we enter expenses on desktop instead of mobile app? Yes, you can. You can access the expense portal on a browser and do exactly the same as with the app. But again, I mean, you can do all things from the app, so you can even open an email, get the attachment from the email, and then send it to Expense Management, the app, and create an expense from there. There's another question. Can you only approve expenses on Business Central? No, you can approve inside Business Central, or you can approve on the web approval portal, either on a computer browser or on a mobile browser. And I agree, yeah, that only finance has access to Business Central in some companies. So a lot of customers using the expense, the approval portal to approve documents. How does the mileage section capture the location? It doesn't as such capture the location. It's as with Google Maps, where you get a route and you simply just choose that route, and the mileage is calculated on that. There's another question. Can we import credit card statements and generate expenses from the imported statement? Yes, but you wouldn't need to create expenses from the statement, because what happens is that you will get transactions from the bank on a daily basis whenever the user uses the credit cards. So instead of having to do everything by the end of the month, that will be dealt with during the month. There's a question about, can you set up expenses to be paid from the bank, like supplier payments? I don't know. I'm not quite sure I understand that question. Maybe you could clarify exactly what you mean.
Thank you. Firstly, Lotta, I don't know if you're okay to just stop sharing your screen for me.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Thank you. I just want to say, firstly, thank you, Lotta, for presenting for us today, and thank you for everyone that's attended the session. I just want to put a reminder out that the session is recorded, and we will be in contact to everyone who's attended today just to follow up to see if you have any feedback on the session. And if you've enjoyed the content that you've seen today and you're currently a client with us, please get in touch with your account manager. And for any new clients, please use the contact page on our website, or refer to myself if you do have any more queries or questions. We do have another session which we'll be running just in a minute for Continia as well, for their OCR component. So if you're joining us on that, I'll see you there. And if not, then have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everyone.